that I will put on. To start with, this is a computer aided design software, CAD software, and it's similar to SolidWorks, but there are some advantages, disadvantages of both. And that's why I will start by saying that, okay, SolidWorks is an industry standard, and it has many advanced features for industrial product design related projects and for the products that you would develop. It has a lot of functionality to test the product, to analyze the functionality of the product. Then you create the drawings as well automatically. You create the assembly, and you will be able to test the product, and then you'll be able to get the manufacturing module, and you will be able to generate the CNC program. So it's a full package of product life cycle, I would say. Okay, SolidWorks. Similarly, Fusion is quite same. My experience, because I'm using SolidWorks from when very first time I came across to was 2004. I came across to SolidWorks, and then it was on and off journey. But back in 2012, when I started teaching there in the UK, I taught SolidWorks quite a few years, and until I traveled to here to Effort University. When I came to Effort University, as I told you that there was no SolidWorks, and I requested, if you want to teach product design, then you need to have SolidWorks, and we purchased the SolidWorks licenses for the students, and we are teaching SolidWorks from 2016, 2017 onwards until now, and you guys are learning. I have encountered some issues with, on the other side, financial side, I would say, SolidWorks, in relation to, if imagine our graduates wants to make a startup, they want to start their own company, they want to do the freelance work, they will have to use SolidWorks because this is what we are teaching them. And then it's not easy to buy SolidWorks. It will cost you $4,000. And if you are a startup, there is a startup program which will work out cheaper, but again, it's not that cheap, about $1,000, $2,000 that you have to pay for every year. And in this case, last summer when I was in the UK, and I further inquired that what is the alternative to SolidWorks, my cousin, who is a mechanical designer, he suggested the Fusion is the answer, because he received certification for the SolidWorks. He used SolidWorks since he started his career, and now when he changed his company, he's a senior designer. When he changed the company, his new company works on the Fusion, and that's why he adapted to it, and he convinced me to go ahead with it. I tested, and I'm pretty much convinced about the software. I will not take, this is the background, how much it will cost if you make a startup, you register a company. Fusion will cost you about $150 only for every year, or for 3 years. So for 3 years, it's like peanuts. You're not paying so much. And by that time, you will establish your business. You will establish your freelance work. You will establish your company. Or if you go to a company and request that, okay, I'm quite used to it, this is a very good software, and convince them, the company can buy this sort of software. Like our graduates are convincing companies to buy SolidWorks. Likewise, Fusion is another option. Okay. Not to lose any time, this is your main landscape of the design, where you will see your 3D model, and you can see its axis, X and Y axis. Here we can see the different axes could be. Is there a question or something? Please, you will have to speak, because I cannot see at the moment who is talking or who is raising.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, just a minute. What I can do is, let me go back to the screen. I don't want Zoom. I need Blackboard, and I will move my Blackboard on the other side so that, yes, Zaina, go on.
Yes, before we get started, we'll get like a step asking what's your primary purpose for using Fusion.
Okay,
And
primary purpose, if there is education, select education, because you will have education license. Never use
And what units should we use?
units will be millimeters, metric.
Okay.
Done? Okay. All the other students, please listen. You might have listened to this carefully, Zaina's question. When you start very first time, it will ask you the purpose of the software use. You will not select commercial or any other, but education. That is the purpose of you using this software, to learn. Secondly, the units, we always work in millimeters. All the designs that you will do in millimeters and centimeter and meters, so it will be metric unit. Okay. Right. So now I can see on the other screen, if any question, anybody wants to speak, they can do so. Shaza, you can turn off your mic for the time being. If you have any question, you can then turn on your mic. Right, so these are the tools that are available at the moment, okay? It has solid modeling, it has surface modeling, it has mesh, sheet metal, plastic, you can manage things, and these are utilities. Our focus today and for few subsequent classes or sessions will be the solid modeling, okay? Because this is something that you need to acquire in-depth skills, and this is why we will focus on this. When you are on solid, you will have these tools activated, which you will use. So this is your create sketch tool. So you want to create the sketch. This is the extrude. It will create the depth of your sketch. This is revolve. It will create a revolution of the section that you will create. So in today's session, we will select these two. We will use these two tools. And here, when you drop down the design, you will see quite a few functions or the areas that you can use. So design is your normal design 3D modeling that you will do. Generative design is something advanced that we will not use at the moment. Rendering, that we will use to give some sort of material, texture, and render. Animation is we will use for disassembly, to show the disassembly of a product. Simulation we will not use because we don't want to analyze our product at this stage. Manufacturing we will not use because we don't want to manufacture anything at the moment. We will use drawing to create the 2D drawing, and electronic we will not use. So this is quite an important tab or button that you need to remember, and always you need to be on design because you want to design the part. These are the tools that we will use for designing the 3D model, and then we will go into assembly to assemble the part here. So let's make a start with a simple box to start with, okay? If I want to create a simple box, I'll simply go on to create sketch. So you can simply select create sketch. It will give you 3 planes. One is the top plane and other 2 right and front plane. So you can use any of this plane, okay? So that's one thing. Also on the left, this is the design tree, and it will build the design tree on this bottom level that we will see. So first of all, let's select this plane or planar surface. So I want to select this plane. As soon as I selected the plane, it takes me into sketching like AutoCAD. You have done the AutoCAD, and you can see there is a line, there is a rectangle, there is a circle, and then a spline, mirror function, dimension, fillet radius, trim, offset, blend curve, and so on. These are the ones, these are geometrical tolerances or geometrical dimensions that we can apply as well. Like in the SolidWorks, we have similar thing, okay? Right. Then if these are the limited functions, isn't it? They should have more. So if you select create, you will have more different functions like rectangle, different types of rectangle, circle, different types of circles, arc, different types of arc, polygon, different types of polygons, ellipse, slot, different types of slots. As you can see, different shapes that you can create, spline, conic, and more functions, editing functions like mirror, circular pattern, rectangular pattern, and projection as well, okay? So there are some hidden functions here. Also on the modify as well, you can see modify, fillet, If you want to put chamfer, you can put chamfer. Okay, blend curve, offset, trim, extend, break. So these are different functions that we will be able to use. So our objective at the moment, let's create a box here. So select a rectangle, put a drop your mouse. So let's say left mouse button, I will click and then drag without of, so one click. Okay, so select the rectangle, one click, left mouse button, and you can see you can drag it. If you press your mouse wheel and you can move, you'll be able to move the sketch. If you roll your mouse wheel, you'll be able to zoom in and out. Okay, so let's fix the size first of all. In this direction, I want to put 125, sorry, 125, and I will click tab and it will take you to the next dimension. I want to put this as, let's say 100, or I can consistently, I can make it square. Oops, 125. So I'd say 125, 125. That's a square one. Once you have entered this, you simply enter on the keyboard and your rectangle is, square is ready. You can zoom in, zoom out. You might be able to change the dimension. If I decide that no, it's not 125, it's 150, I'll simply click 150. Oh no, it's not 125, it's this way, it's 175, so I'll change 120 to 75. Can you see? So now this will not move anywhere, it's fixed, whatever you do. And this is called fully constrained sketch in SolidWorks. Okay, this is fully constrained. If the sketch is not fully constrained, your design is in danger. That means that somebody can come in, they can move a point and they can increase the size, decrease the size, and so on. Are you all happy up to this point? Have you done this so that I can move on?
Wait, doctor, how did you add the dimensions?
Okay, how did I add the dimension? Simply I will delete the dimension for you now. Okay, look, if there is no dimension, I can stretch it anywhere. So I want to add the dimension. When I created, it automatically came, but imagine you don't have a dimension. I'll simply go on to sketch dimension. I will select this line and I will put 175 this way, and I will add, select this line. It's not like AutoCAD, okay? Remember, it's not that you will select this point and that point. In SolidWorks and Fusion, you can directly select line anywhere, look, and you'll be able to put 150, right? Have you got the dimension now? Okay, shall we move on?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So now I want to put a circle in the middle. Okay, so I will select circle and I can simply, can you see this is midpoint? So I will get the midpoint. Look, it's dragging a center line. I will select a midpoint here and it's dragging a center line. When you get into center, you'll be able to see two guidelines, as I can see here. You can see the two guidelines. When you see the two guidelines meeting, I'll click and I will draw a circle which can be 70 millimeter, enter. Okay, still this circle is not what you say fixed, as you can see, because I used guidelines. Okay, and therefore I would prefer to put some sort of let's say dimension. That's the easy way out. So I will simply select this line, select this line, and half of the 150 is 75, enter, and then select this line, and half of 175, half of 175, so that's 50, and half of 75, how much is half of 75? 37.5, yes? 37.5, sorry. So let me try something that might work. 175 divided by 2. Can you see it's a calculator as well? So if you're not sure, I will repeat what I did. So I will delete this dimension and I will move it this way. And now I want half of 175. So I will select a dimension, select the circle, select the line, bottom down, 175 divided by 2. That's 175. I want it center, enter, and it gives me the center. Happy so far? Okay, now I want to put the radius in the middle. Okay, so I will select fillet, and in fact I want to select all of them at there, and the dimension is 35 millimeter at the moment, as you can see here, 35, but I need it to be 25, so I will make it 25. Okay, so I've got radius of 25. If later on I change mind, I know it's not 25, it's 30, I'll simply change it to 30, right? So we can do this sort of thing. If you all are happy up to this point, we can move on by putting another circle on this center, the center, center, center. Okay, and I will put a dimension for one circle, select a dimension and put for one circle, that's going to be 125. And what I want to do is I want to select this, 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 this. How did I select it? I pressed Control and hold, held it. So press Control and hold and select all circles. Have you done that? And now press equal. All the circles became equal now. Can you see? So if you want to check, you select this dimension is 25, escape, select the dimension, okay, select this circle, dimension 25, select this, select 25. See? So it's all became 25. Can we move on? I think this has become comprehensive drawing, and we have used different commands here. We started with a rectangular shape, then we put the fillet on, we put a circle in the center, we dimensioned it, and then finally we have put some circles in the center of this radius.
The equal thing didn't work for me.
Oh, didn't work for you? Okay, I will undo what I did. Okay, so let's say this is bigger, that's a smaller, that's very big, right? And one circle has to be equalized, dimensioned, because this dimension will dictate for the all other three circles. So I will select this, press Control and hold, and then select this, this, and this, and then release Control and press equal. Try that. Let me know if it works.
It worked, doctor.
It worked, Nujudi. Okay, good. Zaina, let me know, yeah?
It didn't.
It didn't? Okay, let's go back. First of all, make sure you've got dimension for one circle.
Yes.
Okay. Select this circle then. It is blue.
Yes.
Okay, so that's blue. Now press Control and hold,
Okay.
and then select this circle. Select this circle. All the circles should be blue and selected, as you can see mine.
Yes.
Okay, and now press equal.
Press equal on my keyboard, sir.
No. This sign, look here, on top.
Ah, okay.
Equal on top. In the constraints.
Okay, it worked.
Worked? Good. Right. Ruba, please send a message if somebody joins late, that's fine. Join and they can pick up from where we are. Okay?
Okay, definitely.
Yeah,
But doctor, I have a question.
yes, go on.
Yeah, after I hit equal, there is now an equal sign beside my cursor. And هلا whenever I
Yes,
click,
it
it's
is
gonna
there.
be
It is
equal.
there. So press escape.
Escape.
Escape. Okay? Because then it remains in the function of equal until you don't cancel it. Okay, if everybody have received or got up to this point, we can simply move on to the next point, next step, right? See how I'm doing, what I'm doing, I'm just organizing my dimensions so that if dimensions are closer to the drawing, not inside, yeah, not like this, must be outside, okay? So I can have bigger view. So imagine sometime this happens. Now you will see, where is my drawing gone? Okay, can't see. So you need to go here, click and select fit. It will give you back the view of your drawing, okay? Another way of doing so is if your drawing sketch gets lost, you just press home here on the top right hand corner, home, and then you want to select top. If you want front, right or top, I want top, so select top and it's there, okay? Okay, it has changed the orientation as where from I'm looking at. See? Right. And I was right, top was okay, but it could be the other side. Here we go. This is how I was. Okay. So everybody's happy so far. The mouse wheel, you will have enough understanding of the functions now that the wheel can do zoom in and zoom out, it can do panning, left mouse button to take the action, right mouse button is there to get all the functions that we will later on see. Okay, once you are there, select finish.
Doctor, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For the wheel, how are you panning without changing it into perspective, from 2D into perspective?
What do you mean? Sorry? Oh, how am I panning? Moving, you mean? Yeah, like this?
Yeah, because when I do that, it changes into perspective.
Oh, okay. So if you just press mouse wheel somewhere here, mouse wheel, bus, nothing else, you'll be able to move. Can you try? Unless your mouse wheel setting might be different than mine, but it should be not. Or if you can't move, just select pan and you'll be able to do that. You see there's hand.
Okay, yeah, I think that works because I placed my mouse settings as in SolidWorks.
Yes, no. Yes, you might get confused with this if you're using SolidWorks as well, but inshallah you guys will be okay, no problem. Later when you start using it, using either this or that, both are quite similar, so small function difference, so that will not matter, okay? So once you are there, go back and click finish sketch. Now you're in 3D modeling phase where you want to enter in the depth of it, how to extrude, okay? So we want to extrude this profile, so directly select extrude and select the profile, but it's flat, I cannot see the depth, and that's why what I will do, I will press shift and hold it and move with your mouse wheel. So press shift, hold and press mouse wheel and move it. Look, you will be able to rotate. Check if you can. So I will press shift, press shift and hold, and then use your mouse wheel. Press mouse wheel so that you will be able to simply rotate it, okay? And then this arrow that you see, you can see what's happening, right? You can increase or decrease. So precisely, for example, I want 55.5 millimeter. Can you see? Or 55.25. Enter. That's the block. Again, I want to rotate. It's all there. Are you happy so far?
Yes.
Okay. Now we can do further operations if we like. For example, I want to put a fillet in the bottom here. Okay, so that's my perspective. Let's press home and it gives me this perspective view. So I want to put fillet in the bottom and I'll go on to fillet. If I want more functions here, look, fillet, chamfer and so on. We've put fillet once, so let's create chamfer. So select chamfer and I want to select the whole of the bottom face and I want to say the chamfer is going to be 5 millimeter. See, immediately it gives 5 millimeter chamfer and press enter and you've got a chamfer there, 5 millimeter chamfer. Okay. Similarly, if I wanted radius, I'll control Z. If I want to undo it, control Z and it will undo. I will select fillet and I will select bottom of the face and that it's going to be 5 millimeter radius and that's 5 millimeter radius, as you can see. Okay, so that's radius. So chamfer or radius, whichever you like, you can put it. I would like to put chamfer this time, so I will modify, go on to chamfer, select the bottom face and I will enter 5 and enter, and that's my chamfer. And again, if I'm in this view, I want to select home and it gives me this perspective view. Okay.
Doctor, how can we edit on the modifier after we've already done it?
Good question. Okay, so now I said I want to now change the size of, first of all, the height, the depth. Okay, so I will go on to either, and look what has happened. It has created the design tree. So this is my first sketch, this is the extrude that I created, and this is the chamfer that I created. So imagine I want to create something before chamfer, I will hide the chamfer. Now I can perform the operation that I like and then unhide the chamfer again and it will be able to give me the function. If I want to go back, I cannot see the sketch, you see, because a sketch is consumed within this extrude and that's why I will have to get my sketch. So okay, going back to your question, if I want to edit the sketch, the original sketch, which is this one, I can simply right click and edit sketch. That's one option. Or I can right click the block and there are options, look, edit sketch. Oh, sorry, edit feature. So first of all, I don't want to edit the sketch, I want to edit the feature because this is a feature. The extrude is a feature. So I will right click and edit feature and now it will allow me to change whatever I like. That's one thing. So I want to change it to 75.75, enter. Okay. I decide no, actually I want to change more. The original sketch I want to modify. Then I'll simply right click here, edit profile sketch is this one. See, edit profile sketch, I'm going back and now I want to change it to 200. Of course, this circle has moved out of the center, so I'll simply change this equation to 200, enter, and it has worked 100, 200, and so on. Okay, so now I'm happy about this. I can change the radius size to, let's say, 35, and I want to change this size to 27.5. and I want to exit the sketch. All done again, updated, right? Is that fine? Right, so let's move on to the next step, which is shell. Let's say shell, we want to shell it. So I will select shell, I'll select the face that I want to shell, and the wall thickness I want to create is going to be 2 millimeter, and you can see what happened here. It has created a shell, and I'll OK it, and my part is now completely transformed into something that I never expected. I want to change the height. I will simply right click, edit feature, change height to, let's say, something very small, 27.5. That became a small cap, right? Okay, I think,
Doctor,
yes.
can you explain shell?
Okay,
Where I can't find it.
okay, this is where I was. Can you see the modify tool up and this shell next to fillet?
Yes, okay.
Next to
I
fillet,
click it.
click and then select the top face. Look here, it says select, yeah? Face body. So face, select and then select the face. If I want to remove the back face as well, I can do that. I can select both of the faces. Now it will become hollow and it will be a problem. Look, I cannot see. So it recognizes that there is a problem. If this is the case, I will simply deselect. Sorry. So I can select this because I did not enter the value. So I want to say 2 millimeter, and you can see what happened here. See, this is not something right, is it? It is impossible situation. So of course I will have to modify, edit feature, and I will deselect the bottom face that I don't want. Okay, so I will deselect and only select the top one, and I'll click OK, and that's done. Okay, and I said I want to edit the height, edit, and I want to reduce it to, let's say, 30, and click OK, and that's done. Okay, right, I want to start something now more than this. This is the basic introduction. So let's save this part as a new folder. I will see from here you can create a new folder. I would say new folder, and the new folder, or new project, maybe new project, that is going to be semester 3 batch. Okay, semester 3, and I want to now select that folder. I want to name the part. It could be a cover, and save. You saved it, yeah? Okay, every product that you make or design, it requires the 2D drawing. Okay, so in this case I will show you how to do the 2D drawing. So once you have saved the part, everybody save the part as cover. Okay, now save the part, and then you can go into drawing from design. So click design, drawing, and from design. So select from design. It is highlighted. Here you can see different things. You can simply click automatic. It will create automatic drawing and everything. But these are the standard parameters that you need to make sure. It's going to be A3 size. If you want to increase the size or decrease the size of the paper, you can do so. A3, A2. If you have a big product and it has a lot of parts, different parts, then the drawing sheet size will increase accordingly. Okay, ISO, create new drawing, and you simply select. If you want portrait, A4 or portrait or landscape. If you want A4, you can do so as well, and then click OK. Here we go. Now you're ready, and it's giving me the front view. I don't want front view, I need the top view. So that's my top view, okay? But it's too small. So I want to simply say it's going to be 1, 1, for example. That's too big. 1, 2, that's reasonable size, okay? 1, 2. So as soon as you see that, drop it there. And that's your first view done, and click OK. Can you see it has created 2D drawing itself? And now you need this is the top view, you need the side view and front view. So okay, so I will click. Everybody has understood this? Have you done it or not? If I'm going too fast, you will have to stop me. Are you all up to this stage?
I don't know, I lost the whole drawing.
You lost whole drawing. Okay. So let's close this. Okay. Don't save. And I will go back and I will create another time. So design. So Ruba, you can close it from the top. Okay. Don't save it. And those who have done it can see again. So I'll go into design, drawing, design, from design, and click OK. Now here is this is the front, okay? We don't want front, or we can simply place front, and then, but let's adjust the ratio 1 to 2, for example. So we will create, that's the front, put it there, and click OK. Okay. Does it work, Dhruba?
Yes.
Okay. So now if you have this drawing, we can simply move it wherever we like. So now we need to move on to the creating next view. So I will select projected view here on top, projected view, and select this view, click, and it will give another view. Okay. If you go on to side, it will give you another view. If you go on to the bottom, that will be other side of the view. If you go on to an angle, look, it will give you the isometric view. So create some views that are needed. So I need only 3 views, okay? And I will press escape now. Press escape, and now you can adjust your views. This view needs to be here, this view needs to be here, and this way you can adjust. Okay. Now this is all not quite nice view because it looks very congested, so many lines. So first of all, this view, I will double click and it gives me the menu here, and I want to select shaded with hidden edges. This is the standard practice in the industry. So select shaded with hidden edges, and you see these are the hidden edges. If you don't like this, you might select shaded only, and that's nice, shaded, right? So that's the shaded view that is created. You can see it's a nice one, and then you can move and adjust other views. So close this, you will close this, and then if you don't want to show the hidden line, double click, and let's say this is not hidden line, visible edge. Can you see it's becoming more tidy tidier, I would say, cleaner drawing. This one, double click, and you might want to show it shaded or only this. You can see, okay. So that shows inside, that showed the back, this shows the front. In fact, we are missing one view that is needed. So what we can do is select projected view and click the front, and you need side, isn't it? Okay. No, I think it's my confusion. I would simply keep it, this is as front, because it's giving me both dimensions. So that's that and that. Okay, once you are happy with these views, you can simply go on to dimension. You can see the dimension here. Okay, so select dimension, start putting dimension. As soon as you go closer look, it's putting the fillet. That's the fillet dimension. As soon as you go closer to this, it's that diameter. As soon as you go closer to this, that's 30 millimeter. So that's 30, that's 35. Then you need to put this dimension as well, which is going to be, and this dimension as 70. Okay, so we've got some dimensions here. We can go down and we can put the dimension between the centers. That's the between the center, between this center and that center is 80. We can put some dimensions from this line to that line is going to be 200. We need the thickness, wall thickness, so we can put the wall thickness from this line to that line. Oops, undo it. So dimension again, this line to that line, and put 5. This one is chamfer, so we can put this line and this line, and you can see that it's putting 45-degree chamfer and the dimension of 5 millimeter. Okay, so that's 5. Always good practice is never put the dimension inside the geometry or the part. So you need to bring it out, and you can see 45-degree chamfer, 5 millimeter there. What else? I think that's about it. We can put this dimension, but it's compensating this 25. You can simply put it there and there. You don't need to put too much of dimensions. Yeah, don't put too many of the dimensions and repeated dimensions. Look, all the dimensions I have put are single dimensions. There is one more missing that I can tell you, which is from here to there. That's 35, and from here to there, this is 35 as well. See, so can you see how nicely and organized way, in an organized way, I have put the dimensions for these 3 views. Okay, once you are happy with this, you can simply save the drawing. It gives you who created, the date, title, and then you can simply put the drawing number. I don't want to simply put anything at the moment, okay, but that's something advanced that we will look into later if we carry on. Here we go then. Let's save it. It's a nice drawing. So select cover drawing, semester 3, save it, done. Right? Okay. If you all are happy up to this point, we can move on and do something more, like a furniture, a table. Would you like to? Or do you want to practice what we have done now?
Do we just save it with Ctrl S?
Sorry?
Do we save the things we just did with Control S?
Control S. You want to save, you mean?
Yes.
You just press this save here as normal.
Okay.
Okay, save the document. So please save the document so that you've got 2 exercises completed. I hope you all have followed, and I hope I have not gone too fast that you did not understand. One more thing that is missing, see, there are chamfers internally, and we are missing those. So I would simply create another view this way. And what I can do is I can simply show the hidden information, what is inside. And now I can put the chamfer and dimensions and everything. Okay. So let's say if I want to show the dimension, it's going to be 3.8 inside, and standard dimension that we can put 45 degrees, and let's move it out something like this, and that's done. So I will simply save again.